Hi, welcome to Studio 14. I'm Ginny Sawyer with the City of Fort Collins, and today, thankfully, we're not in the studio. We're out here at the beautiful gardens on Spring Creek. And joining me today is Gardens Director Michelle Pravasnik. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Ginny.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. It looks beautiful out here.
Thank you. It's a gorgeous day.
I know. So we're going to take a little tour, but tell us a little bit about what we're going to see in the gardens that have been established now.
Terrific. So the Gardens on Spring Creek opened 10 years ago, believe it or not. We're an 18-acre site here in the middle of Fort Collins, 12 acres of which we're developing into botanic gardens.
Okay.
The rest includes the Spring Creek Trail and part of Spring Creek as well. We are standing in our children's garden. It's our first garden that we built on site, and that opened in 2006. And we were able to raise money for this garden with our community partner, which is the Friends of the Gardens on Spring Creek. This children's garden was designed around the issues of community and sustainability, and it's composed of several different gardens within itself. So there's a secret garden, there's a butterfly garden, there's the green roof shelter, which is the first public green roof structure in the state of Colorado. Here we have our gorgeous pond, and there's stepping stones that the kids can get down and close to the water and have a more experiential time engaging with the water. And then we also have the Friendship Growing Gardens. In this garden, we have all sorts of educational programming. So we have a story time. We also have summer camps, which are very, very popular and have a full variety of topics that kids can participate in, which is very fun.
So I feel like I'm in this lush jungle out here. It's super cool, and there's a lot for kids to do.
There is a lot for kids to do. So this is the Friendship Growing Garden, and it's a place where kids can come and just dive into gardens and get their hands dirty as well. So we have a sandbox, and we have one of our raised beds is just dirt, so the kids can just dig in the dirt.
Who doesn't like to just dig in the dirt?
Exactly. We also have our Dr. Seuss house, as well as our new model railroad that kids just love.
A train going through, yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so this is actually your newest garden?
It is. This is the Sustainable Backyard, and it opened last year in the spring of 2013. We do sustainable horticulture practices everywhere on our site. People don't necessarily know what that means, so we really wanted to be able to bring it down to a homeowner level. What can you do in your yard to make it more sustainable? From the permeable pavers that we're standing on, from an alternative lawn to using mulch, everything being on drip irrigation, composting, all those sorts of things are demonstrated in this garden.
All right, so next on our tour is the Garden of Eden.
And this garden is a 3/4 acre edible demonstration garden. So we have fruits, vegetables, herbs, and trees, shrubs, annuals, that sort of thing.
And you can grow all that here?
We can grow all of that here in northern Colorado. In front of us here is our 4 main production beds where we model sustainable horticulture practices, where we add compost, we have cover crops, we do crop rotation.
So this has got to produce a ton of food.
It does. It produces thousands of pounds of food.
So what happens to that?
So we use some of them in our programming, but the rest of it goes to the food bank for Larimer County. And last year we donated, I believe, 7,000 pounds of produce to the food bank for Larimer County.
Smokes.
Yeah.
And what kind of volunteer hours must it take as well? I'm assuming it's volunteers.
Mostly volunteers. We do have some staff people who work out here, but it's not enough. What people don't understand with this garden is it's primarily annual, so everything gets planted each year and then taken out each year. And so it takes a huge variety of manpower hours. Our volunteers out here, we call them the Eaton Effort, and they come every week and are just so dedicated to this garden in particular.
I'm going to remember this when I retire.
You and me both.
Yeah, let's go see the kitchen.
All right, sounds great.
Beautiful kitchen here.
Absolutely. A lot of people wish they had it in their backyard.
No kidding. What does this let you do?
So it's called the Outdoor Teaching Kitchen, and we have adult education programs where they start in the Garden of Eden, learn to harvest, and then come and bring it in and use it in recipes. And then we also have kids programs that do similar sorts of things.
So it's hard to have favorites here because it's all beautiful. This is kind of my latest favorite.
you and a lot of other people. This is our rock garden. It opened in 2011, and it has just become a really inspirational place here in our gardens. A combination of horticulture and design in one.
It's just stunning.
It really is.
And it's a unique sort of mix of plants even.
It is. It's a lot of alpine plants, several dwarf conifers. There's a dwarf conifer collection in here, and adapted plants that are meant for rock gardens. So what's really fun about this garden is it starts waking up in February, which is really unbelievable. And in March and April, it's doing quite well. And in May and early June, it's hit its prime.
So as we come out of this beautiful rock garden, we come to the future of the garden.
The future of the gardens in Spring Creek, absolutely. So we've completed about half of our master plan so far. We have about 5 acres left to develop into gardens, and this space encompasses several more gardens. First is the Great Lawn, which is a 2-acre lawn surrounded by gardens with a small stage so we can host all sorts of community events. Second is the Undaunted Garden, which will become our xeric demonstration garden, really teaching people what plants do well in our climate. And then we will have a foothills and a prairie garden as well. And so those two combined with our existing wetland and all the alpine plants here in the rock garden will really allow us to demonstrate 4 of the primary ecosystems in Colorado, which from an education standpoint is pretty exciting for us.
That's so exciting. Thank you for taking us around today.
Thank you. It's been our pleasure.
Thanks for joining us today for this short tour of the gardens on Spring Creek. Hopefully you got a small glimpse of the beauty that is out here. I hope it inspired you to come take your own trip down here, and make sure to check out their website for additional information on hours, volunteer opportunities, and programming. I'm gonna go check out more of the gardens. See you next time.